We just finished setting up our off-grid electrical system. Here's how it all went down.
This is the good life. Oh, oh, oh. This is the good life. Oh, oh, oh. Out in the sunshine, nothing but good times. This is the good life. This is the good life.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the 30-Day Van Build. It is officially day 7, and we are going to be starting the electrical. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn those notifications on. We're posting new van build videos every single Sunday.
I watched an empire fall. I stormed the gate and scaled the walls. They wouldn't share, so I took it all. I watched an empire fall.
The way we're going to be doing it is we are going to build a framing around our batteries, and then we kind of put a shelf on top of them. Since we're putting the water tank on the passenger side, we wanted to keep the electrical system farther away from the water just in case there's a little drip or something. I think we got to go to a Home Depot run. Build a van, they said. It would be fun, they said. But they didn't tell us it was gonna cost us an arm and a leg, eh? Should have brought the van, Jason. Now we're having to do some little riggy dig here. Per usual, that Home Depot run was much more expensive than anticipated. However, we got what we needed, and now it's time for Jason to show you this cool diagram that he worked really hard to create. Jason? Yeah? Come show them your cool painting. Aren't you proud of it?
Mm-hmm.
You guys understand this all right?
Very simple. So here's your charging. Here is the batteries and distribution center. So storage and distribution. And here's the output.
Simple as that. I know that's a little bit confusing, but
Really?
we're going to make it real easy for you guys. Right?
We? 3 means to charge the battery. 3 ways to charge the battery.
Solar, alternator, shore power. The first thing we're going to do is start drilling to make the holes and run our wiring, right? For like our lights and our stuff like that?
Yeah.
Let's get to it. From the electrical area here, we'll have the 2x4s mounted here, and we'll basically have a little track for the wires to run here. And then since the fridge is here, that will be good for that one. And then we'll use the 2x4 that runs across the bed to hide the wire underneath and run it into the kitchenette area. So therefore, the only 2 wires that we are gonna have to run through the van are for the 2 fans. So we basically have our little bundles. The only thing we are currently missing is our alternator wiring because we're still waiting for it to come in the mail. Now it's time to start making some holes and running these wires through, which is the crappiest part.
There you go.
Oh gosh, was that through the van?
I hope not.
Oh my gosh, do I want to look outside? Oh shit, Jason. Dude, there's a hole through the van.
No, it's impossible to be a hole.
I'm such a jokester. So while the spray paint dries, we're going to cut the approximate size of our side garage panels.
You know you wanna feel it. You know you wanna see it. Electricity gonna flow. We pushing up the ceiling. Tell me what you're dreaming. Don't need no rules anymore. Flying higher than the sky.
And there is our countertop.
Is opening.
L-shaped island?
Oh, very nice. I'm definitely just kidding, guys. But this is the side of a garage. Jason has a new idea. We we have a little extension pole for the marker. Stuck.
Let go.
I'm stuck. Go around. I'm not sure where Jason got this idea to make a giant size marker to trace out the wheel well, but there has got to be a better way.
Look at my lines.
That looks pretty good, guys.
Looks like a kindergartner drew it.
If you were wondering how not to cut out a wheel well mark, that was probably it. But let's see if it works. Oh shit, it's actually pretty close. We got about 15 minutes left before all the sun is gone.
I mean, once we trace it, we'll make the lines prettier. Like that.
Looks great.
What do you think? First shot?
I don't know. Let's see.
Like a glove.
Push that down more. What's wrong? It's stuck? You gotta give it a little force?
Yeah, there's not enough gap.
No.
Right here. See that?
What if you just cut a little notch in there? Sun's going down over here. It's pretty late. We got a late start today, so.
Late.
Well, it's not. It's
early,
not late.
It's dark.
Yeah,
it's
it's
5:30.
We got a late start though today, so we didn't get too much accomplished. But at least we have the length of our wires. We know how we're running them. We got our wire holes and grommets ready to go, and we got the basic sides of the garage cut out. So that's gonna wrap up day 7. Welcome back to day 8 of the 30-day van build. Time to start painting. We gotta run the fan wires.
So making these connections is pretty simple. You're gonna need some strippers and a crimper. So what you're gonna do is, these are already pre-cut, so you slide it off. I like to twist it. You slide it in. Okay, so it's too long, so I gotta trim it. And you can tell it's too long. The inside of the wire is not completely inside.
We also want to make it very clear that neither one of us are electricians, although I think I am, but I'm not. So make sure you guys do your own research. Don't take any of our advice off the top.
I will it off all over my tool bag. And a little blue. And crimp it.
Give them a little tuggy tug.
Tug, make sure they're tight. These are, you heat them up with a heat gun and they shrink and a little bit of goo comes out and they're watertight. We have a bunch to do, so we'll catch up with you later.
So we just finished running the wires, the ones that we could. We kept them with the main wiring harness that runs to the front. This one, that's gonna be our diesel heater that's gonna run down and under the passenger seat. We have this one that's gonna be for our alternator charging. Then we have our solar in, ran here, along and then down. We got the fan ones ran as well. We use these little like wire holders, I guess. They just screw in and then that way it keeps it up. For the most part, we got it done. We still have a couple other sets of wires here, which is like the fridge, the water heater, and the 12 volts. But none of those are going to be running behind the panel. They're all going to be running along the 2x4. So we don't need to do anything with them now until we are ready to put that stuff in. I think we're going to start bringing in the stuff, right? And putting it on the sides.
We'll mount the wall on and go from there.
That polyacrylic really gives it a nice little coat and shine. Also, forgot to mention, this morning we cut out this little slot right here because the hinge comes back and it slides into there.
No sense in arguing who's wrong or right. Waste all our energy, we're up all night. Isn't it obvious we're
So now that we have both of our sidewalls in and all of our wires ran through where they need to go, we're getting everything that we're going to be putting in this area right now and we're going to lay it out and see how we want to run the electrical in terms of how we want to lay the batteries out and how we want to have the platform. We want to thank our friends over at Dakota Lithium for sponsoring this video. We are super stoked that we're going to be putting in 2 100 amp hour batteries into this build. The number one reason we chose to go with lithium instead of AGM batteries is because the life of the batteries. Lithium batteries can last 3 to 5 times longer than AGMs. Yes, they do cost more, but the length of time that you get out of them will outweigh the cost in the long run. They charge almost 5 times faster than regular batteries, and you can get more use out of one charge.
The majority of these new lithium batteries will include a BMS system. Another great thing I like about these batteries, it's more than half the weight. It's the same physical size,
You ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
but you're using 2 hands.
Well, I'm not the Hulk. Eek. Go ahead, do it with one hand then. Don't pull a muscle, you're getting kind of old. Oh yeah, what happened over the head? Uh-huh, exactly.
So it's the same physical size as our AGMs in the other van, but those are 73 pounds each, and these are only 31 pounds each.
73 pounds. Literally 2 of these batteries are lighter than one AGM battery.
Another advantage with the lithium is you can mount them however you want. If you want to mount them like that, you can mount them like that.
If you want to cool cool designs, you could go like this, or you could like make a teepee. We did go with the 100 amp hour batteries. However, they have a huge selection on their website to pick from.
They have from 10 amps all the way up to 170 amps.
The van life community is coming in strong, and that's why these are going to be taken over. I think that's enough chit chatting, and I think it's time to figure out how we're going to mount these, right? And
Let's figure it out.
Okay, so this is all the stuff that is going to be in our electrical system bank area. Of course, we got the Dakota Lithium batteries, 2 100 amp batteries. They also have some Victron products on their website. We got this DC to DC charger because we're going to be doing the alternator charging, so you need this for it to work with lithium. And then we have the Shore Power, the DLS 30 by Iota. This is the same one that we have in our other van, which worked great for us, so that's why we picked it up again. The only difference is with lithium, we had to get this LifePo IQ 2-stage smart controller. So this goes with this, and that's what makes Shore Power work for the piggybacking stuff that's going to go on over here. And then we have our 2,000 watt inverter. This thing is humongous, but the colors are dope. It's Renogy. This and this will go on the platform above these two, and then this is going to be mounted on the wall. We also got a Victron Smart Shunt battery monitor, which connects, and then you could read your levels via an app. It's not here yet, but just account for that in this electrical system.
The tides are gonna change. We're turning the page. There's peace for every mind. Just seeking you will find. We're all one and the same. Together in frame.
We're gonna keep the same side by side. We're just a sucker for being able to see everything. On this guy. All right, so this is some 3/4 inch ply that we had left over from the subfloor. So this is what our platform is going to be. Sketchy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
That's so wrong.
I don't like it.
How do you cut wood?
With your teeth? Let's see. Oh, like a glove. I love it when a plan comes together. It almost looks like our inverter has a balcony. We had to make this platform so much bigger for the 2,000 watt inverter. Also, we didn't pull it out before, but we're gonna be putting our charge controller mounted on the wall here somewhere too. That looks pretty legit. So I think we're just gonna paint them. Once again, we are losing daylight, and we're gonna have to wrap up day 8. The only thing we're gonna do off camera is we're just gonna paint these.
We're going to paint them with the polyacrylic.
Yeah.
Or you want it white?
No, everything. I like the wood look
Okay.
back here. Yeah, we're gonna hit them with the polyacrylic.
Polyacrylic.
It's a tongue twister.
Acrylic.
So we are going to paint all of that with the polyacrylic, so that way when we come back tomorrow, it is good to go, and we could, start mounting it and putting the platform down. Yeah, so right now would be a good time to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. We have new van build videos every single Sunday. Tell them they don't want to miss it.
Every Sunday, you don't want to miss it.
Jason gets to use all his cool tools. Yeah, that's a wrap on day 8. See you guys in day 9. Later! Oh, say bye. I know you want to. Alright guys, welcome back to day 9 of the 30-day van build. We are going to be finishing the electrical system today. So earlier this morning, we cut out the garage floor, put it in. We ended up doing one 48 piece and then one split down the middle on the left side where the electrical system is going to be set up. But while that dries, we can go ahead and get back to building the electrical framing, because all of our pieces with the polyacrylic, is it right? All the polyacrylic is dry and ready to go, so we can start putting everything in its place and getting the electrical system tidied up. Let's get these guys in.
I get one too.
What a perfect way to spend the day, just dreaming. Way to spend the day, just dreaming. Way to spend the day, just hoping you feel the same.
If you do go with the ZAMP charge controller, in the back of like the manual, there is a cutout cheat sheet. So it tells you, if you want to flush mount it, you just follow the dotted line, and that's what you make your cutout to, and ideally it should sink right in. It looks like it will fit a panel. Like a freaking glove.
Straight?
Straight enough.
It was a sunny day when you knocked upon my door. Oh, I got a different kind of feeling, the kind I never had before.
Time to see if we screwed this up or not.
You put that one out, put this one in.
1, 2. Like a frick.
Ah, a little tight.
No, push it in there. Don't snap it. Don't snap it. Don't snap it. Needs it. If it's for real, or it needs a little shaving.
I just need a little persuasion.
That looks legit.
I thought this was quite the coincidence. Then you blushed, and I felt my cheeks flush.
Put this bus bar here, and then all the negatives will run there. Then the one wire that comes out of here will go to our battery shunt, which isn't here yet, but that's what will complete that. And then from the shunt, it will come down to the negative terminal of one of the batteries, as well as a ground to the chassis, most likely. I'm out here like an electrician. Just kidding. I had to practice flashcards to get all this right.
What a perfect way to spend the day, just dreaming. Way to spend the day, just dreaming. Way to spend the day, just hoping.
Got it. So after some aggressive wire pulling, we finally got these guys through and ran through a grommet. So this is for the alternator charging. We ran it down through the hole, around town, in through the back wall, and then in here we fished it out with a coat hanger, and it popped out here. This goes into the input down here. For the output, run down, and then we're gonna even have more here to trim once we do this, but this is what's gonna go to the batteries. On that note, I'm starving, and we need to have some lunch. Okay, now that we've eaten, I feel a little bit better. Temperature has heated up a little bit. I don't need to have a little sweater on. So what we're doing now is making the fuse panel with the fuse holes.
We're using breakers.
On all of your electrical stuff, you should be able to either find the amperage that you need or email them or something. You want me to punch them right where they're at, right?
Yep. They have to be in a straight line. Oh my God. Push. There you go.
Gosh darn it, Jiminy!
Up.
This is the cute little contraption that we made. This is the main one going from all of the breakers to the battery, and then these positives just piggyback on each other. We had to heat shrink them together. The power had literally just went out, so we used a lighter for it. Look, FPNL is just leaving. Bye. Now that that's good, we can run the appliances that we already have to the other sides of these to complete the little circuit thing there. Little spotting of Coda. Hi, Coda. Say hi. Haven't seen him in a couple episodes. These are the positives that we have left. Remember, all our negatives are labeled and ran to the breaker bar, which we still have to do that.
It's not a breaker bar.
I mean, well,
The bus bar.
bus bar, whatever. If there's one thing that you guys should know about me is that I always call things by their wrong name. I most likely know the name of them, but for some reason I just enjoy calling things something else. Like, when I say,
The ruler.
yeah, he knows already. I know this is a measuring tape, but I love to call it a ruler.
String.
I call the wire strings. Pretty much anything you could think of, I call it a different name than it's actually called. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to day 10. So apparently I lied at the beginning of day 9. Well, I didn't lie, I fibbed. I didn't know. I thought we were going to finish the electrical, but unfortunately the light just got away from us and we weren't able to finish. So what we did get to do is drill these little holes through the wood so that way we could run the inverter wires and the shore power wires down, and we are going to finish and tidy everything up today. We're about to put the fuses through the panel and put the charge controller in, mount the inverter, mount the shore power, and get the panel looking all pretty with the batteries in. So that is what we are going to wrap up today. Dang, this thing's looking nice.
Okay, take all these off.
Hi. So we got our shore power to the battery wires running down here. We have the inverter wires running down through here. This is what we're looking like. And now it's time for battery connections. The first thing we want to do with the batteries is to get them running in parallel so that way the voltage stays the same and the amperage doubles. So to do that, we're going to do our wiring and we're going to go negative to negative, and it will be a little wire like so. And then along with this one, you also link a positive to positive. Bing, boom, pop. We have our positive from the panel. All of our breakers are popped right now, just to be sure. Did plug this in. The battery did start giving the charge controller some reading. It's not charging right now because we have the breaker popped. So, shall we?
Pop it.
You want me to do it? Oh, goodness. I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Pop it.
Just push it in, right?
Push it in. There you go.
Hey! And we got a little green light. No fire currently happening.
Let's pop the first 5. That should go beep, beep, beep.
Huh?
If I remember from 3 years ago, when you give power to the first time, when you give the fan power for the first time, it shall beep.
That was the front one. Oh, this is so exciting. Hey! Shall I do the honors?
Do it.
Ooh! We got power in the van. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. It's a great day. Heck yeah, dude. This is exciting. Jason, you don't seem too excited. Well, it's working. That's also good. We haven't tested the fan, so they work. It was a little funky in here, though. We'll just turn them off.
The way to spend the day, just dreaming. Way to spend the day, just dreaming.
And on that note, that is going to wrap up episode 6 of the 30-day van build. We have officially finished our off-grid electrical setup.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. Moving right along. That's pretty much it for what we could do right now. Once we get our other appliances in, we still got to run them to the back of the panel. But same concept. We're just hooking them up to the breakers, and that should be it. We have the solar bringing in power to the batteries now. The batteries in the bank are holding it and supplying the rest of the camper van with the power it needs to run. Thanks again to our friends over at Dakota Lithium for sponsoring this video. We can't wait to put these batteries to use. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn those notifications on for new van build videos every single Sunday. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Next time on the 30-day van build.
Look how nice that is. Yeah.
This is the good life.
Whoa! Dude, that shit goes so far.